Most people will never take the time to figure this one thing out. Therefore, they're just selling a bunch of random things to a bunch of random people. This relationship is where everything starts. I believe everybody needs a coach. I believe a good coach can change your life. I believe those that have a coach earn 3 and 4 times the amount of money than those that don't. And from time to time, I like to bring these rhythms. These also go to my podcast until I start doing my formal podcast pretty soon in my new Greatness Factory. These actually go to, I think they go to YouTube, so you can watch them on YouTube. They actually also go to the podcast America's Coach. And I don't know about you guys, but I have gotten back to watching or listening to a lot of podcasts. I don't have to find it, Jason Dunaway on YouTube. I can just go straight to podcasts, find a topic that I really like, and then dig in. So if you follow me, thank you, number one, for following me. You know I'm going to be coming to Las Vegas next week for Ryan Panetta's WealthCon. They're expecting 12 to 1,500 people there. Jay Cash, so it's going to be a big show. And then I'm doing a day out in Las Vegas with Brad Lee. I'm actually taking 9 people who are flying private with me out to Las Vegas for a whole experience. They get WealthCon, plus they get the day with me and Brad Lee. It's just going to be an incredible experience, and they're going to think bigger. When you fly private and you get up in there 30,000 feet, Amanda Beaner, you just think bigger. The Greatness Factory is most likely going to be opening level 2 and 3 any week now, where the members that have private offices will start, and then the theater will be open. And the 3rd level will be open here, literally could be any day. The Dream Foundry would be one, Kelly Eisler, the Money Lab, the podcast studio, the theater, and then the offices on the 2nd level should be open any day now. So we're just waiting on that certificate of occupancy, and we're going to be, boom, good to go. Now, I want to talk about what's called the fundamental relationship, Karen Maxwell. Confusion is randomness in motion. Okay, so when you're confused, what you do is you have a lot of randomness in motion. It's the best definition of confusion I have ever heard. Okay, so confused people are busy people. They're just running around like crazy. So what we need is clarity. What overcomes confusion is clarity. And the way you get clarity is by asking great questions. And one of the first things I teach my students in a lot of my programs, What's Next, Competitive Intelligence, the Coach's Locker Room, is what's called the fundamental relationship. And the fundamental relationship is a relationship between what you have, your skills, your attitudes, your habits, your skill set, your what I call the X factor, and people who need and want that X factor. Okay, so we know money changes hands when problems are solved. One of the great sayings I say all the time. And what people are really paying for is they're paying for your unique skill set. Okay, you have a unique skill set based on your unique past, your unique experiences, your unique mentors, and you are packaging that skill set up, and you are sharing that skill set with other people who are dying to have it, who would gladly pay you great money to have it. See, yesterday I spoke back at 2 high schools. I spoke at the high school I used to coach at, and I spoke at the school where my daughter goes to. And I used to be sitting in those chairs as a high school teacher, as a high school coach, and but I had all this curiosity. I had all of this interest in business. I had all of this entrepreneurial spirit. And I had a skill set of building competitive intelligence in people, building teams. But I was only using it through one distribution channel. And that was as a high school basketball coach. Then I started feeling like, man, I'm a level 10 dude. I'm stuck in a level 4 vehicle. How do I take this to the world? And I started writing books. And the books led me to people. And the people wanted me to do more work with them. Because you don't need more money, you need more people. And, and then I started to codify all of these things. And I started to break it down and codify it, which means to deconstruct it. And as I begin to deconstruct it, then I put it into products and services, right? That's how you see me with the Competitive Intelligence Program, which is a weekly coaching program. Then you see me with the Coach's Locker Room. Then I've got high net worth programs like the Exchange. Then I've got what's next for people trying to get clear on their next move. Then I got corporate agreements. Then I got licensing deals. Now we're getting into real estate plays with the Greatness Factory. We've got Success School for Kids, which is going to be teaching a lot of competitive intelligence. So all I did is I go, okay, Tim, I sat back and I go, what do I have? This is a question you should be asking yourself today. What do I have? I have these experiences. I have this mindset. I have this skill set. Who would find that very valuable? Who would pay for this? And then how do I get this message to them? Which would be marketing and distribution. Like right now I'm marketing, right? When I put these on podcasts, we get thousands of downloads a week on the podcast America's Coach. That is a form of marketing. Okay, so I figured out, guys, that I was a specialist at helping people find, package, market, and monetize what made them unique. And I figured out at 47 years old that this is a big problem in the world, okay? I figured out the fundamental relationship was a relationship between what I had built over 3 decades and what other people needed. So yesterday, the principal of the first school was like, man, our teachers really need to hear this. What I was really doing was she was hearing me activate the prey drive in those teachers, get them to want to get back to being great or get their motivation back or get their energy back. I can do that because I'm a coach. And the cadence and the rhythm and the delivery, and I'm boom, boom, boom. And they're like, man, I need to get going. I need to get this program back to where it was. I need to get better. See, that was the activation of prey drive, which is a skill set. Okay. Now, the other thing is like, okay, now today I'm going to be helping people package their intellectual property. Tomorrow I'll be coaching people. And then next week I'm doing Package Your Purpose with Brad Lee. So here's your assignment from today's. Whether you listen to this on America's Coach podcast, where you watch it on YouTube or Facebook, what do you have? And who would pay you the most money for it? Who would value it? And this, once you figure this relationship out, it's the fundamental relationship, then you can begin packaging and marketing what you have. Most people will never take the time to figure this one thing out. Therefore, they're just selling a bunch of random things to a bunch of random people. This relationship is where everything starts, okay? Between your unique skill set and people who value that skill set the most and who would pay for that skill set the most, okay? So, fundamental relationship, guys. My name's Coach Burt. Everybody needs a coach in life. I got a new program out called Competitive Intelligence. It's only $97 a month. Weekly coaching, daily messages, online academy. I'm traveling the world on the Package Your Purpose tour starting next week. Las Vegas, Orlando. We're about to add Scottsdale. We're taking this thing around the country, man. Come see me. Come spend a day with me when it's out there. I think it's like $297 to buy a ticket. If you'd spend $697 to go see Luke Combs, would you spend $297 to come spend a day with Coach Burt, who could help you go out there and potentially generate millions of dollars and reactivate the prey drive and show you how to package your unique skill set? So go to my website, coachburt.com. You'll see all the cities I'm coming to. And if you just want to do something else or talk to me, just reach out to me through DM and we'll get a call scheduled for you. Okay. All right. Coach Burt, everybody needs a coach. Love you guys.